this is a big deal today, and it was announced, and all I could think of is how embarrassed I was for one of these people. I mean, completely embarrassed. Not that he's a good guy, because he's not a good guy, but he's a big star. It was announced earlier today. Five-time world champion Floyd Mayweather is going to return to the ring to face Logan Paul, the YouTube sensation turned boxer, at Hard Rock Stadium in June 6th. Showtime, pay-per-view. It was announced on Tuesday night. Mayweather making the announcement on Instagram. This is Logan Paul, who, of course, his brother just fought last weekend. Logan Paul has had one fight in his life. He's a YouTuber. He's a guy who started out and got all kinds of fame because he has a YouTube channel. Then he had all kinds of controversy because he filmed a suicide and put it on his YouTube channel. He's had all kinds of other crazy-ass things go on. He's had one fight. He lost to another YouTube guy, and that was 2 years ago, and this is where Floyd Mayweather is. This is the guy he's going to fight. I am so embarrassed for Mayweather because this is clearly just, hey, I don't care. You're going to pay me. I'm just going to do it.
Why
It
are
is
you
so
embarrassing?
I'm so embarrassing that Floyd Mayweather is going to fight a YouTube guy
this
who's
is
had one fight in his career
This is
and it's
brilliant.
against another YouTube guy.
No, this
I'm
is
embarrassed.
fantastic. This is one of the greatest sociological experiments of all time.
No, it's not. It's just embarrassing.
Here's my name attached to it. How much will you pay? And how many of you will line up to pay for it? I mean, that's really...
there is no way I am buying this fight. I am not going to watch. I'm not going to watch Floyd
I'm not
Mayweather
saying I won't
fight a
watch it.
YouTube
I will
guy.
say I will not buy it.
No
if
way.
I happen
no
to
way.
be at a watering hole and it comes on, I'm not going to look away to see the draw. Right? More dancing from Floyd Mayweather. Is he going to do the same thing he did with Conor McGregor? By the way, Conor McGregor and his $600 million after selling off his booze company. Tell you.
This is it's so incredibly embarrassing that all right, this is the only people where I'm going to get money. These are the only people who are going to pay me. So hey, okay, I'll embrace it. I'll embarrass myself. I'll do it. Why not? This is just so embarrassing. Again, not that he's a great guy, that I feel bad for him, but I'm just embarrassed for him as a professional athlete. That I will go do this. I mean, he's got all the money in the world, but when you're about money, I just want to keep making it. And but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go have a stunt fight against a guy who is famous for having a YouTube channel, who has fought one time in his career. This is what I'm going to do. And you know what? The only intriguing part of this is that Logan Paul is a lot bigger than Floyd. So, how long will it take Floyd to fight him? What if he just keeps him he puts his hand out, and Floyd is just trying to do the swing, and he's got his hand on his head, going, you can't get me because you're 5'8" and I'm 6'2". But I'm just so embarrassed that this is what he's doing. I mean, really, it's like me leaving radio, knock wood. It's like me leaving radio and then, saying, okay, well, what am I going to do for money? Well, there's a guy that's going to pay me money to just do a solo show in his house for him. And I'm just going to do a show with his topics and what he wants me to do. And he's a rich guy. And he's going to pay me money. And that's going to be the show. It's a show for one person. And I'm going to go in their house and I'm going to do it. And they're going to bring me food and everything. And he's got a staff of people. I'd be like, I'm just so embarrassed by this. I can't believe this. This is a guy who commanded top dollar. That was the top of conversation, top of the food chain, conversation for greatest boxers of all time. And now here's where I'm going. Yep. I'm going to fight a 27-year-old kid who's a YouTuber. I mean, that is just
well. It doesn't
so
take away
embarrassed for
from the other fights. I mean, still
sure
at 50.
It does.
No,
you're
at 50-0. You did the job.
You remember the end? I remember Willie Mays running around center field for the Mets, and he's falling down in the World Series. I remember Emmitt Smith is an Arizona Cardinal. It didn't work well. Remember Joe Namath getting hit every single play when he quarterbacked the Rams.
Ram.
I remember all of these things, and all of it being, well, this is really just sad. It's just sad. And what if he loses to him? What if he loses to Logan Paul? What if Logan Paul somehow finds a way to win?
Gets that one lucky strike.
And a kid who 5 years ago was just turning his computer on, now suddenly, hey, I just beat Floyd Mayweather.
Well, I never want to denigrate the seriousness with which someone takes up a new craft. So for the Paul brothers, have at it. We watched some Vicious Rights maybe a dive or two mixed therein to build the hype. I don't know. There's some of that. And maybe Floyd will just be mad at how the coverage is and decide, all right, forget about the normal. Let's drag this out and, put on a good show and then get a Polaroid like Rocky wanted against Thunder Lips and Rocky 3.
That's what this is.
And then he decides, well, but maybe Floyd goes all Hogan and starts beating the crap out of him. I mean, I don't know.
It's not enough that we all got everybody you paid for, because I told you that Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao was going to be terrible. And you know what it was, because all Floyd Mayweather was going to do was be the boxing technician, and it was going to be a boring-ass fight. And after the fight was over, both of them ran to the locker room so excited. Nobody got beat up. Everybody was fine, and they pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. You really think I'm going to say, oh, wait a minute, but this fight against Logan Paul, this I got to go see. No, I'm not falling for anything Floyd Mayweather. I'm embarrassed for the guy. I'm embarrassed that I'm embarrassed for the sport of boxing that this is what's going on right. This is like a plot from a TV show. This is like a satire where, hey, who's your next fight against? Oh, the guy that runs the YouTube channel. Hey, crazy guys like me. Oh, okay, he's going to fight the guy that puts up the cat videos at some point next week, and then the guy that opens up the toys and shows for presents. Yeah, that's a fight coming up next year. I mean, this is like a satirical thing out of a funny show on HBO. But no, it's real life.
It's Rocky against Mason the Line Dixon. See, he's just stealing all the plots that Stallone put forward. That's really all this is. Hey, look, the CompuBox said that Rocky Balboa could beat him. Well, why don't we do it for real? Okay, let's have it. And let's see how much you're willing to pay. It's all about the filthy lucre, man. How much are people willing to pony up? And this is the great sociological experiment of it. How willing are you to part with your money to see Floyd Mayweather in the ring one more time? And people are going to pay. You watch. He's going to rake in some, guarantee you, $30-40 million when this thing is all said and done.
Of course it is.
Unless the receipts are bad early, then it gets canceled.
Oh, but you know what? Here's the thing. This is celebrity in 2021. That's the sad part of it, that this is celebrity in 2021. That it's not somebody who actually has a career where they've done something other than shocking people and pissing people off. It's just, this is celebrity now. Yeah, this is how everybody's made. Reality shows have just completely ruined the idea of celebrity. And yes, it shows you that anybody can be a celebrity, but you could be a celebrity for ridiculously stupid things and
but
dumb
to be
things.
fair,
And this is so celebrity 2021.
But to be fair, in the 70s and 80s, if you just looked the part, I mean, it was basically Johnny Bravo was a microcosm of what was really going on with all of the teen idols, whatever. Half those guys couldn't act. 98% of them couldn't sing, yet they were the biggest stars on the planet. This is just an extension of that. And now, in theory, you cheer for Paul to get his ass kicked by Floyd if you're not into that type of celebrity.
I'm not rooting for either of them. I would like them both to come in, both punch each other, and like the end of Rocky 2, sorry, spoiler, when they hit each other and they both fall down, and it's whoever gets up first. That's kind of what I want to see. I want to see them, and they both fall down, and let's see who gets up first. That's how I want to see this thing go.
I just want to see how much money is transacted, and I want to figure out how to make some of it. So let's get enterprising.
I'm just so embarrassed. Boxing's got to be like, yeah, this is where we're at right now. We're stunt casting. We can't compete with MMA.
But it's like we've got all of these other young guys. And here's Floyd coming back over the top going,
He's 44. And the thing is, how many more years does Floyd have of things like this? He's 44 now. He's a cartoon. He's going to wind up doing this for like 10 more years. Are you kidding? Floyd's going to, I guarantee you, there will be a fight at some point in the future where Floyd Mayweather will fight some kind of animal. Like a bear or something, as some kind of animal in the ring. Maybe a giraffe. I mean, he'll fight something, some kind of animal he'll fight. It doesn't matter. Why stop here? It's what's going to happen. Maybe it's like maybe fights like a whole bunch of squirrels that just all run around him or something. I wonder if that's the next thing for Floyd Mayweather.
Well, the real Skeletor just said, I'll pay you guys $1 million each to come to Eternia and do a live show from Snake Mountain.
Ooh, Snake Mountain. I like Snake Mountain. That's fun. I have the power. That's what's going to happen, man. I'm telling you, we're already getting okay, listen. if this is the way it is and you're going to pay us a lot of money, then Mike and I will think about it. But for Floyd, I'm really embarrassed for him and embarrassed for his career. He will fight a shark underwater, I bet, sometime in the next 10 years.